10 houses by 35. God's saying, get out of debt. Surely I'm hearing wrong. I went to my Christian mates. I said, this is what I feel God's saying. They said, I don't think you're right. The prices are booming. You're absolutely mad to be getting out at this time. We're talking the market was doing this, and we're at the top, and we're hearing around the streets, it's going to keep going. Right? So we're all in, trying to get homes going, you beauty. We're setting ourselves up for the long haul. We've just got to hold on. Long story short, I've still got this turmoil, I've got this fight, I've got no joy in my marriage, I'm trying to service something, I'm not spending the time with my wife, I'm not spending the time with God, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I've got no fruits of the Spirit in my life, and I'm going, God, what's wrong? And He's saying, Dad. I said, what do you want me to do, God? My Christian mates are saying, I think you're hearing wrong. So you're telling me, Josh, that you want to go sell both your homes and go live in a shed when the market's booming. You're clearly wrong. And I'm going, well, so I went to my pastor, Brett Gibson, at the time, and I said, I just feel God's saying this. And he said, so what did God say to you? And I said, oh, get out of debt. And he said, then do it. And at that moment, it just set in me, and I went, wow.
Release.
Do it. Do it. Do it. And all of a sudden, I just had this set. My wife, before, we couldn't settle on it. We had a new home. It was beautiful. We had everything we wanted in a way. And it was a struggle to try and get out of debt. Does that make sense? On your flesh, it's massive. And I'm going back to a shed that's not lined. A three-bay shed. It's a big challenge. And so we weren't aligned, but when I heard Brett say, God said, do it, I remember standing at the kitchen table, and it just was like, I'm doing it. And Sam was like, okay, we're doing it.
Hallelujah.
You know, you get tossed a bit, but then when you get seated that you know what God's saying,
Amen.
hold on to it, amen.
Yes,
You stand on it and you start walking. And I said to God, well, if you want me to sell this house, God, I want $500,000 for it. This is in the May. My wife was at an Amway thing for women, and men. It just sounded so wrong. She went to a party, a Amway party. Yes. What was it? Cancer?
Facts again.
Yeah.
It was actually raising awareness for cancer.
Yes.
Like a morning tea.
But the closest thing I knew was Amway. I'm not trying to deviate the truth. I lowered it down so it didn't sound like we're all these, oh look, they're goodies, they were at a camp.
I really didn't want to go.
Yes.
But I went.
So she went, and she's literally talking to these ladies, and a more mature lady walks in and goes, we're looking for a house in Walkerston, and we're wanting to pay around $500,000 cash. And Sam goes, well, I got a house that's worth $500,000 cash. And she said, well, can we come and have a look at it? And Sam's like, we're moving outward at the moment. It's a bomb site. There's boxes everywhere. We're moving. We haven't even got a buyer. And we know that we're going because God said, get out of debt. You know what I'm saying? We've got this thing pulled apart. And they're like, we want to go in. And we're going, oh, you've got to be joking. Oh, well, let them in. They walked in, walked around, they walked back out. And he gives me a call and he goes, so you want $500,000, hey? And I said, yep. And he goes, it'll probably cost me another 15 for legals. I said, okay. He said, all right, it'll be in your bank. Sorted. Done. Bang. No real estate. He sorted all the legal things, he did all the rest of it, and I just got the $500,000 and I went and put it on my house. Hallelujah. So I now don't own a home. I've only got one home that's getting built. And I've just paid off I've got left $160,000 left on my home. And I'm like, oh God, that's way more manageable. I could just have this small home in Walkerston that I'm building. It'll be fine. It's only $160,000 debt. But I felt God saying, no, I told you to get out of debt. Okay, God. So I said, oh God, if you want me to sell this house, I'd like $450 for it. $455, I think I had on it. Someone coming off at $440, and I said, oh look, I really want the $452 and a half. They said, okay, we'll take it. So he just sold it. So by August, I'd lost 2 houses. I paid all my debts off. I paid my car debt off because I had a business car. I paid it out, and I walked away. I'm happy to say I walked away with probably, in the end, nearly 400 grand in the August. I'm just being honest. I can be honest. God's about increase. Amen. Yep. I walked away with nearly 400 grand, and I'm in a shed, and I'm going, Sam, I failed you. I've failed you. What am I doing here? I've put you in a tin shed. But by the next morning, I realised there's so much freedom.
Yeah. Amen.
The noose is gone.
Yeah.
That thing binding me to $1,200 a week is not there anymore. There's so much peace. I woke up and smelled the roses.
Yeah.
I was looking at the geckos on the top of the tin going, well, there's a gecko. You could have drove a massive truck through my house before because I'm so weighed down with what it is. I wouldn't even have known. But now I can look at geckos. I'm paying $200 a week in a shed, not $1,200 a week. I can get up early. There's peace, there's rest.
Amen.
My marriage isn't a fighting mess. The depression left.
Thank you, Jesus.
There's increase. There's increase, and it wasn't all about finance. There was increase in every area of my life. I come to give you life, and life more abundantly.
Amen.
And it doesn't just mean money. It means every area of your life. You've got to have the whole lot. Peace, joy, rest, kindness, self-control. And when you follow His ways, you can promise, even though you might know why at the time, that there will be increase. And you can position yourself so that you have that increase more and more in your life, the more you seek Him for which way to go. It's amazing. That was August. By January, the market went. And if I didn't hop out when He told me to hop out, and if He didn't sell my houses when He sold my houses, I would be liquidated right now. I couldn't see what was going on the other side, church. You don't always see it.
Amen.
It's not about you seeing, it's about you obeying what He's saying to you because He knows what's going on.
So true.
And I'm standing on the other side of it now when my mates that all told me not to might have gone through liquidation or bankruptcy. I'm sitting there eating my steak that I can afford. Going, I can't believe how blessed I am. I should be liquidated. Instead I'm eating this. And I've got no debt. And the fighting stopped. And the argument. How awesome is that?
Awesome.
Not only that, I got another home, but I bought it in an auction, cheaper than chips, debt-free. Debt-free. And you think, okay, yeah. But that house there has helped me to be able to even fund my weekly costs of living here. So not only did He bless me back then with my marriage, fighting, whatever, everything. He blessed me with my family. He blessed me with my finance. He blessed me with a home. He blessed me so I can do what I'm called to do. He's continuing to bless me because I'm still speaking about it. And the increase keeps going on because I was obedient.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Obedience brings increase. Amen. Increase, and far greater than you can imagine. And it continues to increase until you see Him. Fruit brings increase.
Amen.
How awesome is that?
Awesome.
Church. Did I miss anything in that story that you're going, what about? You know when someone tells you a story and they're like, I really want them to say that, but they forgot? Did I miss anything? Nothing?
What goes up must come down. You can't beat the law of nature. And that means everything.
Amen. Amen. You know, church, I went to Vanuatu debt-free. I was able to take on the call of God for my life.
For 3
I was
months.
able to say yes when God said ministry. Crossing. I was able to say yes, not because I was anything great. It was just because obedience to what He's saying. He promises, He sets us up. And I just want to encourage you, every single one of you have a call or whatever it is in your life. It might be ministry, but whatever it is, the more obedient you can be to what God's calling you to do, the more obedient, the more increase you will see, and the more you are expecting to be seeing increase. Because of that testimony, I look now, God, where do I step next? Where do I step next, God? I want to step where you want me to step next, because I know that when I step where you tell me to step, I am going to see fruit. I don't care if it's just kindness to someone, praying for someone. The smallest thing brings increase. A smile brings back a smile.
Yes.
People say, you get that, we got that saying, I've never heard a bad word out of that old, I've never heard a bad word out of them. Oh, they're just so nice, I've never heard, they haven't got a bad bone in their body. You've ever heard that? It's because they've sowed kindness so long that someone watching on is going, I can't really say anything against them. They spoke back blessing as opposed to that bitter old stubborn donkey. You know what I'm saying? You can't measure the increase and you can't just put it down to a financial place. In every area of your life it becomes health to your bones. Health to your bones. If you hold on to bitterness, it can put you in a grave.
So true.
You think on it, you live it, you sit there and bark at people, you bicker. It says, beware lest you devour one another with your bitterness, because it consumes you. True. And all along God's going, forgive. Why is He saying it? Forgive. Let it go. Love them anyway. Because every action you make creates a reaction. Wherever there's a cause, there's an effect. And the more you can sow into love, joy, peace, kindness, righteousness, self-control, the more you will receive it. The more you receive it, the more your life and whatever's around you is affected by it. And all of a sudden you have life and life more abundantly. And you see joy and you see peace in your life. And your experience of life is far greater than what you could have had before. Amen?
Amen.
Church, where do you start?
Being obedient.
But where's that? There's a priority. There's priorities in life. And this is as true as I can get it. I understand it like this. God comes first.
Amen.
And that's your personal relationship with God first. And that flows out into your family. That comes second. And that flows out into your work. If you're too busy in the bottom pool, work, I see it as big waterfalls into pools. God flowing into the family pool, flowing into the work pool. If you're too busy in the work pool that you're not focusing on the stream above, it dries up. It truly dries up. And all of a sudden you're down here going, I've got to sort out what's going on. I've got these deadlines. I've got to get this sorted. I'm trying to increase. I'm doing it for them up there. But them up there are yelling out going, hello? What about your family? And God's up the top going, what's He doing? What's He doing? He's flapping around in the bottom pool like a pelican, getting nowhere. Spending his life, when he could have spent his time with me, and out of me and his relationship, we flow into the family because we put our priorities right. God puts our priorities right, amen? He helps us as men, as women, to invest into our family. And then, because we have God first in our lives, we then, in our families, we have the security to then go out and work and provide together in love and joy. Does that make sense? God, the first pool is God, and we've got to, I encourage you, that the first thing that we've got to do, every single one of us, is how do we build our relationship with Him first?
Amen.
First. There's nothing else. First do that. And if you say to me, I don't have time, I can't find time, make time. Make time. Like, if you've got time to work, you've got time to seek God. If you've got time for your family, you've got time to seek God. Make time first. Full stop. Make time. I'm getting up at 5:30 now. Because I'm like, I've got to be up. And the kids get up between 7, roughly 7. And once they're up, Dad, can I have bottles? And then you sit down to read your Bible. Dad, can you make my toast? Dad, can you do this? And all of a sudden I'm brushing my teeth heading out the door. I've missed the top pool. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when can I make time, Lord? Well, 5:30 a.m. I can make time because they won't be awake then. And I'll be able to spend time with you for an hour or two or whatever it is. And I'm going to get topped up for my day, Lord, so that when my kids get up, I'm flowing out into them straight away. And then when they leave, I'm flowing out into my work. And mums and dads, mums at home, if you think that mums isn't work, you're sorely mistaken. Mums at home doing their kids is your work pool, right? And you're working. Mine as a pastor is building a church. That's my thing that I'm working on. If you're looking for a job, you don't have one, that is your work. Right? You're still working. Yeah, that's your work, looking for a job. But the first thing that we must put first is God. God. Make time, because when you put Him first, and when you're listening to what He's saying, when you let Him direct your steps, you obey Him, you position yourself for increase.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Is that true? Amen. Amen. Well, I kind of forgot the music team. Thank you, music team.